I don't know. I'm gonna go on a rant like I did last night, but that was a rant that I had done because I was getting really emotional and lonely. You know, like let me go back to me just chatting. It was there. We go. Yeah, I I have a lot of things in my mind right now. One of them is the idea of don't you guys ever just wanna like have a chat with anyone? I have a good number of feelings and stuff. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Like I've just wanted to. I don't know what to say. Like, hmm, what? Hmm, and someone. Hmm, right. I don't know. I can read like fucking. I don't know. When I do things, I just do it on like impulse intuition. Oh, when I look at things like how I want to, like, ah, hmm, uh, maybe I'm just way too lazy. Well, because when mm, I okay, okay, it's not that I'm too. It's just like when I do things that I hmm, I'm not, I am lazy. I am very lazy to that forward. But when I get motivated on something, then I can spend as much time as I possibly could doing it. When I mean, I guess that goes for just about anyone. If they find something that they wish to do, then they are willing to spend multiple, if not countless, hours achieving that or doing that or finishing that with their goals and stuff. I don't know because uh, on my channel I do a lot of variety and streamings because my emotions sway whether I want to play one thing or not all the time. And a lot of the times I just don't really feel like playing like much at all, you know. Sometimes I just want to sit down and have a nice chat with someone and, you know, have some kind of talk with them. Like, one of the things that I do think is that, yes, you're not gonna get far when you, um, start off streaming. No one ever gets far when they start off. Like, unless that person releases something that just blows the entire thing out of the water and gets viral off of it, you're not gonna get far at all. But one thing that you will face and understand is just finding a general audience in things like this. Because when mm, yeah, I want to launch up a game so that we can talk while playing. This right here is just a relaxing game, relaxing parkour game. You know, regular ass parkour game. get used to it while I'm actually trying to think about things. Because I just think that within the things that we have available to us right now, there are ways for us to improve ourselves. But that really doesn't like improvement is not always something obvious when you are, you know, actually doing it. Like, unless there are numerical values, and when you're starting off, it's just a lot harder to see things like that. And I just think that even right now, I, I, okay. A lot of times when you are doing things, you focus on the things that you, like, just haven't done yet, right? When you're achieving a goal, you focus on what you haven't done. And, only sometimes when you, like, take a step back, see everything, you focus on what you have achieved already. It's like, when you're working on, okay, actually, I'm gonna turn down the volume of this a tiny bit more. Uh, that's FOV. Audio. Yeah, that works. So, when you, um, when you're like working on a project, right? The things that you look at are, well, okay, you do look at things that you have finished, I guess. But I was like, hmm. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know where I was going with that. Um, like, have you guys considered, like, just how hard it is to just, like, talk while doing things? Like, I guess it depends on the action. One of the things I can probably compare it to is like those times when streamers ask to like be quiet on like games done quick so they can focus on an action, right? All the other actions, which are a lot easier, require less like precision movement, less things to worry about. There are things that mostly um don't require precision. When you are streaming, I guess everything is a balance on whether or not you want to talk to people whether or not you want to entertain people or just try to do things that will generally capture an audience. I'm not saying, I'm not giving tips to on whether or not, like, on what to do to stream better. I honestly don't know. Honestly, I do think I'm a terrible streamer. I have barely anyone watching me. I have barely any audience that, comes by whenever I do stream. And anyone that does is most likely a friend or someone that just is passing by. I've met a good number of people just passing by. I've met a good number of people that have only went to my stream for like one time. And I don't know if they enjoyed it or not. They I mean, they must have if they, did stay for X amount of time, right? But I don't know because maybe those people are busy. Everyone has their own life. I'm not one to, like, dictate on whether or not they should do things. But when when I stream, I guess I just have a hope that people will come and people will hopefully stay for at least a nice chat. But that even that is not always guaranteed because they have things to do, and I don't judge them for that. You know, but there are some people with time on their hands that you know have I don't know. I'm just thinking of life, of things. Like one of the things that can think of is, you know, if life has meaning. Because when you think about it, when I think about it at least, if there was a meaning to life, um, would we know first off? And if we did, um, what would it be? But considering that, how hard it is just to figure out what one wants to do, I'll say that there's no purpose, right? But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. More of it's probably a very good thing, in fact, being unbound by something that you have to do in life, you know? Because If, man, there's a lot of dogs barking outside right now. There are many times where I wish life was just simpler, where you didn't have to worry about the whims of other people affecting your own life, where you were able to stay inside of your own bubble and just live life the way you wish for it to. So for some people, right, they have achieved that. They do what they probably really enjoy to do. And those are the people that, even if they aren't like the most successful, in probably their own eyes, they are, just because of them being happy with how things are and, not wanting to change it. Like another thing is, right, is change really is hard to face with. Everyone has difficulty facing it. It's just that some people have experienced it more than others, so they don't have to try to resist it when they know the outcome. I don't really know. I'm just rambling on at this point because um I should be like in a fucking philosophy channel or nah. I think philosophy, psychology, something like that. Like hmm, what to what lengths would you do to achieve your own goals? And if you can't think of any lengths, is there a reason why? Like, if you're trying to achieve a certain thing while doing something else, do you think that that goal is necessarily good because of just how things go about? Do you, no, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I gotta think a tiny bit. Do you think that your goal is too hard to achieve, or do you think that your goals are unnecessary and not something that you wish to do? Like, I think I watched one video, right, where, um, it was like a professor or something, right? And it said that, he asked his students what, if money was no object, right, what would they want to do? Because in the end, what stops a lot of people is financial wealth, because they just don't have anything other than what they can and have to do, because they are people that think of themselves as trapped doing things. Like, what would you count as progression in any sort of thing? Would starting it be progression? Would you doing a little smidge that barely affected it at all be progression? Because in the end, all everything that you do towards something is progression, no matter how big or how small. One of the things that people say to do, right, is to break things down into smaller pieces so that you're able to handle them better, because otherwise there is just not much else. Like, I don't, or how do I put this? Because even the smallest things build up. When you are take if you, I guess, anywhere, yeah, if you live anywhere, really, like take coins for example. In the beginning, right, you notice that you'll have a good bit, like, 4 or 5 coins if you're saving them up. But like when you think about just coins in general, even what seems like a small amount, like a jar of it, which you'll see in the when after I say this, is like a jar of coins, right? How much would you think that is? Because like when you think of coins, you just think of something insignificant, something that really doesn't matter. Um, when you are, you know, um, when you're dealing with it at the moment, right? But when you save it up and just like keep all the coins that you got change for, all of those things add up. And a jar of coins is like probably, I want to say like 40, some 50 bucks. Like, I'm talking about like one of those like generic ass like mason jar type deals. So even something small can really add up. Like if you think about it, right? If you deal with cash, like this is for mainly people that deal with cash and don't really use credit cards or whatever. Like if you think about it, one of like the say this um like one of the things you think of when get uh change for something, when you pay with like $5, is like, okay, yeah, the bills are pretty good. But then like at that moment you're thinking like the coins are not too much, because it's a fraction of what the bills are likely. Like the bills, they are good. Hmm. They, When someone ignores coins, right, it just means that they weren't able to see, like, even if it is like a penny or a nickel or a dime, right? Like, in the end, that is something small that can be used for later. A lot of people don't wish to deal with them because of how little they are materially worth in our current society. But when oh, what the hell? Yeah, no, yeah. Get me out of there. Okay, but like what I'm trying to is get to is that coins can like represent progress or significance because if you've seen anyone that has like gathered coins, you will see that it's like a good amount if you keep a lot. And yeah, when you do little contributions to like a project or something, then like in the end, it'll give like while not big at first, it'll add up eventually to something far bigger than what you could have imagined at that time. Maybe you could have imagined it, right? But when you are doing something that you wish to do, you, and even looking back on a lot of the things, you won't be even thinking about the bigger things. And in the end, you'll be thinking about how, um, okay, I know. You won't be thinking about the smaller things. And it is the bigger things that you will only really think about. Like, when I started off and started getting, followers, right? I This is something that like everyone says they don't expect to get X amount of followers or they never expected to get, this far in X thing, right? But they never got there instantly. And while there were some big things that did help them, in the end, like it was the small things all together that like really helped them achieve their goal. Like take Twitch for example, right? One of the things is um I don't mean this to like, dissuade anyone, but like one follower is like not a big amount, right? But when you think about it, you can only get one follower at a time. Now, the amount of time that is between you getting those followers is different because sometimes you gain more followers at once than you know you could imagine, right? Sometimes on Twitch you can gain a very big amount of followers at once. But if you think about it in a different way, is a lot of small things adding up quickly, right? So you're not going to achieve everything by only focusing on the big things. Because even those big things are smaller things that just add up together. When I guess I can put my knowledge of like programming and stuff into this as well. When you are programming and stuff, you just don't think about um you make up a bunch of things and you see if it works and you figure out what doesn't work and you fix that until you get a code that does work. While yes, you probably did a good big bit in the beginning, it's those small little things that in the end let you achieve what you were looking for. Yeah. Like hmm, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to like off put my thoughts on continuing to stream on Twitch because in the end I know it's going to be very slow going and that I won't be able to gain as many people as I previously would want just because the things that I do really off put many people staying, many people wanting to do stuff. But like with every single little follower I get, I am happy from what I can achieve with them. And while they're not, something big like a raid coming at me, probably like, I don't know, every single 3 hours, it's something that I think that, um, you know, shows that, someone appreciates it. While I might have goals that, seem out of this question, it's not like I can achieve those goals by instantly all at once. Everything is a slow build up to something bigger. And I just don't know. I've always thought of my goals as, something I probably won't be able to reach. Something that seem outlandish even right now. But maybe those are my most recent thoughts just because of how I've been thinking lately. Because I won't lie, I get very lonely when no one starts chatting in chat. And I just stay silent because I don't even know if anyone watches. Like, what reason would I have to talk if there is nobody listening? And that's a thought that I have a lot during my streams. And I think that's something that does dissuade people from, wishing to actually even talk in the first place. Just because they don't see anything that's like, entertaining or something that they wish to continue looking at. Hmm. Like I hope not. Like even me ranting right now or earlier, you really didn't like dissuade anyone from talking right now. But from my current experience, there's I don't know who would be talking right now. When I really gotta stop going into like the subject of like streamer loneliness because um it's just hard to talk about. As like I'm just talking into the void, you know. Void, I don't know. I'll coin it void talking, you know. But when void talking does come up, I just think that there is not much to do. When someone does say that they enjoy watching me, right? I, you know, I do what probably most people do in that situation and be like, try to keep on doing what I was doing at that time of what they said. And like in the end, I guess it is technically really me because it's me doing it and me wanting to do it to please the other person. But like in the other sense, like it could just be seen as me just being a facade of like who I truly am. And like I don't know. I would appreciate if someone, you know, did run streams, like did watch all my streams, but even I know that the amount of time I have uploaded in streams is just an absurd amount on like YouTube because I have a good chunk of streams there, maybe like probably 20 whole streams, and each of them I can guarantee are probably over like 3 hours with very few exceptions, right? And just nobody has the time to watch those. But I do appreciate anyone that at least watches something from it and gains entertainment from doing said watching because oh, oh, why those don't have a collision? Okay. I just think that when I will say that there is a certain agony to pure silence and like no response, or as much as you try to call out to people. It's sad. It really is. Some it makes some people break down, and I guess wait a moment. Okay, I guess um one of my biggest goals is to have enough people in chat to have a constant stream of people chatting. And I know I'm not going to achieve that in a month, 2 months, maybe even three. Like, unless I get viral and do something stupid, right? I'm not going to, I'm probably not going to get um, the acknowledgement of that many people anytime soon, right? But with like every single new viewer, every single new person that, wishes to join the chat, wishes to talk to other people, wishes to continue a chat, wishes to do things that, you know, it's just a little step towards my goal. What? Okay, give me a moment. Hey, I just gotta think, think a tiny bit, not too much. One of the things, right, when I stream and that I tell myself is that, okay, I'm gonna keep up, something. But in the end, it's just not something that's easy for me to do. And I stop, right? Like, for example, I know that my deeper voice pulls in people. It pulls in a certain crowd of people, but it does pull in people. And it's not something that I can, only do at all times. And it wears off after a good while. So it's not something that, can be kept up to a certain degree just because I am unable to, you know, keep it up. I wish I could keep it up for a good while, and there are times where I am able to keep it up for at least like an hour, maybe two, like at most two. Right? But it's not my real voice, and it just, destroys it. Well, it doesn't destroy it. It's relatively easy to do. It's just something that, is not, it's like just outside of the comfort zone to the point where I do have to, go back to my original voice when it comes to it. And I even that, would be a facade because, it's just not my real voice. But that's what gets people interested in, me to begin with. If I didn't have, you know, the voice, I didn't have certain things, I probably wouldn't have, some of my followers. And from what I've experienced, lately, those followers have definitely, uh, fallen off. And I do not see them at all anymore, ever. And, it's sad, but, people move on from things that they previously wished to keep up with. And, yeah. Mm. There are things which everyone probably thinks of when they are streaming. Like, oh no, I'm losing followers, I'm losing viewers. But, like, I stream for fun. In the end, I do expect something coming back from all the streaming. But, right now, I just try to continue on with my own way of doing things. Twitch certainly is not the best way to become discovered. In Twitch alone, there's probably countless other people doing it, and Twitch's, recommendations does a very, very terrible job with, recommending newer people to your channel. I've thought about branching out and doing other things like dual streaming and stuff, but all of those, in my opinion, like restream.io, right? I wish I could host it on my own computer so that I can stream without any worries, but I because it is like a service of some sort, it's like it requires people paying or people, using their logo or some shit for the free version. And, I I'll use people's logos sometimes, right? But if I was able to do like at least a one-time purchase, right? If I was able to do like a one-time purchase, then, that would be preferable. But I can't because it's not something that I can do. Like, it's just not a one-time purchase. So at the moment, all my possibilities of streaming to multiple streaming services at once are just hammered. And I know I can do it because I don't have like partnership, I don't have affiliate with Twitch right now, right? So I'm not limited by what I can do. But if it comes down to it, right, I might just have to switch to YouTube or something just to be able to get more people. Edit my own YouTube videos and just try to overall have a better sense of, YouTube and stuff in general. Because I truly wish for this to be my thing because, you know, I love doing things that I love freedom, and I the thought of having a job that, limits my time, limits my everything, you know, is just something that's not fun. Like, I have a want for freedom to do things that I want to do. And you know, I think a lot of people share that thought, but are unable to act upon it because they are limited by what they are currently doing. And I wish that I was in a position where can do what I want to do. If I do become successful in the future, right, I probably won't even look back to this stream in particular, or just like any stream that's kind of like this one right now, where I am just like talking into the camera. Well, not into the camera, but you know what I mean. Where I'm just talking and I'm trying to um figure out myself in the vast world of this. Also, I don't know why my stream is lagging so much. Give me one moment. Let me check this out. Um, hmm, maybe that's why not many people are watching my stream right now. My CPU is maxed out, but I shouldn't be using my CPU at all for OBS, right? Like, I don't know why it's being like that when this is like the bitrate, but that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm using NVNC. But yeah, I thought I fixed my lag issues earlier. I'm sorry for anyone that, was watching like this. Like, I don't think it's that laggy. If it is, please do forgive me because I don't really know what to do about it, as there's not really much I can do on the terms of this game. And yeah. But yeah, I I have my own thoughts. I don't wish to, change others. I just wish to give out my own. And I don't know. Maybe I can do things that make my life easier. I don't know. It's just when you stream with no one around, you just start getting very, very lonely. And you try to figure out what you want to do, what you have to do. I have 113 followers right now. I don't even know if like 110 of them even consider, viewing my stream when it comes up. Maybe I should, pop up my stream to, have um more things associated with it. I wish I was able to live off of streaming, making other people happy, making things that other people enjoy having, and not just something that they see once and, forget about it. I want people to have a very welcome experience in my own stream. I want them to be welcome without any worries, but not something I can always do. I really wish that I was able to, you know, make people happy, entertain people, have it so that they, you know, don't have anything to worry about. Distract them from the current pleasure or current worries of life where they can't possibly, you know, pick themselves up. I just hope that when I do reach that point, I'll probably be grateful for all of that I've done so far. Like, I think I do have maybe one or two regulars in my entire chat, but that regular comes very loosely at that term because even then the amount that they join me in is not something that I um myself would deem regular, but they come on a regular occurrence. So that's why I will call them regular. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Actually, I do very much appreciate them for joining me in whatever I am doing at that time. And they, you know, whenever they do talk, it does help my experience a good bit. I wish that I was able to, attach or keep one person watching my stream throughout the entire thing. But I know in the end, that's probably just a pipe dream where I am unable to do what I want to. And, um, pipe dream right now, at least. Because I know streaming takes a very, very long time to ramp up. It's not easy, and it's definitely not, extremely hard if one is able to. But, wrapping it up just makes it a lot harder to um, enjoy it in the first place because where am I going with this? I'm sorry for going on a rant like this, guys. If it's not something that you guys appreciate, it's just me, like slowly letting out my mind, like trickling it at a time. Because I I really appreciate being able to do this, and I really appreciate not having to, you know, be um limited by other things at the moment. But I will know that in the future that if I want to do things that I'll have to, you know, kind of get it myself. I hope that you guys just appreciated like my little rant. I I don't know. I'm trying to, keep it as calm as possible because it's not like really something that I really like get through, you know. And I just really appreciate when other people do join and have a thing to say or two, you know. right now I'm surprised that I was even able to rant for however long I did. I don't know. I'll see later. 1, 2 hours, right? But everyone that contributes towards, my channel is someone that is very important to me because they, while insignificant as one, okay, I'm not trying to say that to be mean, all right? I'm sorry if you did think so. Like, I really am, right? But it's not like I can force you guys to follow, force you guys to watch me, force you guys to do anything. And I really wouldn't want to do that to begin with because if I did it like that, then you guys probably just wouldn't be entertained in like whatever I have to say. And life is just not easy at all. I really did wish that I was able to come back or something, you know. I really wish I was able to understand how, probably the bigger streamers feel about their peoples. But I do understand how I feel right now about each and every single one of my viewers. Yet it is that they, as much as other people, matter. And I appreciate that they are, maybe put me in the background, maybe have me something as background noise, but just have something with my time in it. Like, people are choosing to spend X amount of thing slash time to listen or watch me as I do my own things. But I just don't know if I will be able to continue like this or whether or not I just, fall or drop off because uh, of me being unable to continue it. I truly hope that I will be able to continue it because Mm. I wish to grow a community where people are able to speak their own mind and have their own thoughts about things that they are willing to share with other people. But yeah, I think that I'll post a YouTube video with this like later section in the end while I clip together like the later section of my other Minecraft stream here as well because I just think that there is much that I said in that amount of time, and I really do hope that everyone is able to appreciate it in the end. give their own thoughts. I don't think I have much else to say right now. But if I do, I might just say in the next stream. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you, everyone, for watching my stream. I really do appreciate it. And I really do appreciate anyone that, listened into the later part of my stream. And I think that that is it for me because I don't really know what else to do at the moment. Yeah. So once again, thank you. And also, goodbye.